On treatment of the following compound means this compound. On treatment of the following compound with strong acid, the most susceptible site for the bond cleavage. When this compound is going to react with acid, so here which bond is going to cleave very fast? C4O5 bond or O2C3 bond, O5C6 bond or C1O2 bond they are asking. So when ether is reacting with acid, then carbocation is intermediate. When ethers are going to react with acids, then carbocation intermediate will form. So you have to check carbocation stability. For example, I am taking C4O5 bond is going to cleave, for example. If C4O5 bond is going to cleave, in such case, here carbocation will form. This carbocation will form. This product will eliminate and here carbocation will form. Does this carbocation is going to stabilize? Case 1, here carbocation will form. So in case 2, you take O2C3 bond. If here the bond cleavage will takes place, here carbocation will form. This is in case of case 2. So case 2 carbocation and case 1 carbocation you compare. So here there is no chance for resonance structure for this one. But in case of this one, there is a chance for resonance structure. This is allyl carbocation. Allyl carbocation is more stable, we know that. So that's why this cleavage is very easy and this cleavage is susceptible. So that's why this one is answer for us. Question. The total number of optically active compounds formed in the following reaction is. Optically active means which compounds will rotate plane polarized light. We call them optically active compounds. And which compounds are having chiral center, that compound will show optical activity, right? So here it is unsymmetrical ether. When unsymmetrical ethers are reacting with hydrogen halides, in such case halide will be connected to smaller alkyl. So this one is a large alkyl group, this one is a small alkyl group. So because of that, here the product will be like this. So this one large alkyl group, so that's why large alkyl group cannot connect with alkyl halogen, so that's why it will form alcohol and we are going to form here bromide, it will form. So after that, here there is no chiral center, so that this is not our answer. So here this rearrangement will takes place here, so it is going to shift here. So because of this, it is going to form takes place, this rearrangement will give this product. So after that O will come. You see now this one, here hydrogen will be there, here 1, 2, 3, 4 sp3 hybridization and 4 different groups, means only one chiral center is there. So when one chiral center is there, to get optically active isomers, 2 to the power of n is a formula. So 2 to the power of 1 is equal to 2, so that we will get 2 optically active isomers. So this compound, this is 3-hydroxyanisole. 3-hydroxyanisole will react with this compound in presence of aluminum chloride. It is going to give which product they are asking. Just you observe this one, it seems to be benzene ring. So here it is benzene ring. So it seems to be electro-benzene ring. So here it seems to be Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. In Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction, what is first step? Formation of electrophile is first step. So for that I am taking here Cl, CH2, CH2 and C double bond O Cl. When it is reacting with AlCl3, so this chlorine will donate lone pair of electron to this aluminum, because aluminum is electron deficient compound. So that Cl, CH2, CH2, C double bond O plus. So electrophile formation will takes place. In second step, this electrophile will approach. So this electrophile will approach which position on benzene, which position on this benzene ring. So here these methoxide and hydroxide, these two groups are electron donating groups. So when two electron donating groups are present on benzene ring, in that which one is the best activating group, that thing we can predict it with the help of reactivity order of ortho comma para directing group. According to reactivity order, methoxide group will come first. So that in between hydroxy and methoxide, so methoxide group will direct the upcoming electrophile. So this is electron donating group. So that's why upcoming group can occupy ortho to methoxide or para to methoxide. Comparing with ortho, para group is better. So because here nearby methoxy group, steric hindrance will be there. So that's why upcoming electrophile will approach para to this methoxide group. So that this methoxide 3-hydroxyanisole will react with that electrophile, and that electrophile will occupy, so like this CH2 and CH2, here Cl will come, right. Now this hydrogen and this Cl will eliminate easily, minus HCl formation will takes place. After that it is going to form one cyclic compound like this methoxide here. So double bond O will come. So among the 4 options where this structure is there, you check just this one. So this is our answer. Like this we have to predict easily. Next question. The major product formed in the following reaction. Following is, so this compound is reacting with hydrogen iodide in presence of heat. So this compound will react with hydrogen iodide in presence of heat. Among 4 options, which product will form? So just here you see, it seems to be ROR and ROR. Here 2 ethereal links are there. In such case, this hydrogen iodide has equal possibility to react with both of them. But here you see, this ethereal oxygen, there is a chance to participate in resonance structure. But in case of this ethereal oxygen, there is no chance for resonance structure. So comparing with first ethereal link and second ethereal link, first ether link reactivity order will be less, and second ether link reactivity order will be more. So that's why instead of this, it will react with this hydrogen iodide. So in such case, it will form like this. First ether link will involve so it will act as a nucleophile and hydrogen iodide. So when it is going to attack here, I minus is going to eliminate. So after that, after some time this bond is going to cleave. So then after finally it is going to form carbocation here. When it shifted like this, here carbocation will form. So actually from here to this step to this step, it will follow SN2 mechanism. From here to here, it will follow SN1 mechanism. When carbocation will form, it will follow SN1 mechanism. In SN1 mechanism, after formation of carbocation, nucleophile will approach. Here this H from this hydrogen iodide, I will be removed as I minus. This I minus will attack here and it is going to form so that which is 3 O minus also will eliminate. So the final product is I and OH will form. So that answer is this one, D. So here question is like this. Phenol on treatment with carbon dioxide in presence of sodium hydroxide followed by acidification, so produces compound X. Means when phenol is reacting with carbon dioxide in presence of sodium hydroxide, after that if you acidified that product, you are going to get X compound. So as the major product X on treatment with acetic anhydride in presence of a catalytic amount of H2SO4 produces what? Among the 4 options, which one will come? So actually it is combination of 2 questions. Okay. So first question is that phenol on treatment with carbon dioxide in presence of sodium hydroxide. It is named reaction actually. Phenol is reacting with carbon dioxide in presence of sodium hydroxide, means that is Kolbe-Schmitt reaction. First I will explain what is Kolbe-Schmitt reaction, then after we will go for this method. Phenol when reacting with carbon dioxide in presence of sodium hydroxide, right? First this phenol will react with sodium hydroxide and it will form phenoxide, sodium phenoxide it will form O minus and Na. Then after it will react with carbon dioxide, and it is going to form OH and COONA, it will form OH and COONA. When it is reacting with HCl, it is going to form, this is sodium salicylate, name of this one is sodium salicylate. When it is reacting with hydrochloric acid, it is going to form, so orthohydroxybenzoic acid it will form, salicylic acid, orthohydroxybenzoic acid or salicylic acid it will form. So this is Kolbe-Schmitt reaction. So in this Kolbe-Schmitt reaction, I want to explain two factors here. So if we are using high temperature, then para product will come, para hydroxybenzoic acid will come. So instead of sodium, if I am using potassium hydroxide, then also para product will come here. So after this, you see phenol on treatment with carbon dioxide in presence of sodium hydroxide followed by acidification produces compound X. So this is X now, right? This orthohydroxybenzoic acid reaction with what? Acetic anhydride in presence of acidic catalyst. So what is expected product? Now we are going to discuss. Now we have to take this one as a major product. Benzoic acid I am taking, orthohydroxybenzoic acid. This orthohydroxybenzoic acid is going to react with acidic anhydride. So acidic anhydride structure we can take like this, CH3. So C double bond O CH3, for my convenience I am taking CH3 C double bond O C double bond O CH3 we can write, acetic anhydride. So here this OH group will act as a nucleophile, it will attack on this carbonyl compound. So then immediately this oxygen bond will shift here. So it is, this reaction is going in presence of what? Acidic catalyst, so that H plus will approach here, H plus. This H plus will immediately approach this oxygen. Okay, this nucleophile, this OH group will act as a nucleophile, this nucleophile will attack here. When this nucleophile is approaching this carbonyl carbon, immediately this oxygen bond is, this O double bond is shifting towards oxygen. When this double bond is shifting on oxygen, then negative charge will come, that negative charge will abstract this proton. Then what is the product here, you see? CH3, here OH will come, then after O C double bond O CH3 will come, O C double bond O CH3 will come. After this, bond will shift like this, this oxygen having lone pair of electron, that lone pair of electron will shift here. So then this bond is going to shift on this oxygen. So here oxygen is carrying 3 bonds, so that's why oxygen will get positive charge. So finally it is going to form COOH, I have to write here. Finally it is going to form OH and O C double bond O CH3 and COOH. So this is CH3 COO minus and this H plus will join together, so it will form CH3 C double bond OH. So that finally answer is this one.